everybody.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Hold on, I gotta let the bass drop. All right.
Okay.
Welcome to Live Streaming Done Better. Sponsored by Coaching Done Better and your local greengrocer.
What?
I don't know. I heard it this weekend on some show and I was like, I haven't heard the word greengrocer in a long time.
Yeah.
So I wanted to use it in a sentence.
Yeah. There's very few small green
grocers.
left.
Reminds me of Mr. Hooper. Koopa from Sesame Street. I can't get the red right.
Good.
So today is caucus day.
Oh yeah, it is.
The big caucus day. It's 30 something below in Iowa, where everyone's going to be going to these little generalized small homes and businesses to hear from team captains. I think they're called, right?
Yeah.
The
caucus captains.
Yeah, the caucus captains. The four what are they? Candidates will be each have a team caucus captain, and the people in the room will hear them out.
But it's only Republicans, right?
Yeah, it's you got to be Republican, and then they'll vote in the room on paper, pass them to the back, count them, and then ipso facto. And one day we have an election result of the primary winner in Iowa. Didn't that seem easy?
I guess. I don't know.
I mean, the way that the elections have gone with all of the conspiracies about how things are crooked and everything, just seems that there's got to be an easier way. It just seems pretty simple.
If they would simplify things,
it
would be less
ambiguous. Yeah, a little more trustworthy, maybe. Yeah. So that leads us into today's topic. Believe it or not, your eyes haven't deceived you. Worthwhile strategies in value building.
Adding value.
Building your value to your client, to everything that you do and touch, and that will result in you getting higher prices. So we hear a lot about inflation and prices going up.
They have gone up,
and they've had to have gone up because it's kind of like, the Fed tries to keep a hold of it, but it's a dog chasing its tail. People are charging more because people are demanding more pay, but then the clients have to pay more, and at the end of the day, the employees are consumers, and then they have to pay more. So they didn't really get a raise.
Yeah, exactly.
And the only people making more money is the government because people are paying more taxes. Really, at the end of the day, it's a Ponzi scheme.
Yeah, I guess that's a way of looking at it. But I'd rather focus on adding value to your product or your service.
Well, if you're going to raise your prices,
raising your prices.
If you're going to raise your prices, adding value is a way to take some of the sting out of it. So you got good news and bad news. Minimum wage and all that went up. We had to raise prices. I tried that camera. I guess it didn't sync. I think I forgot to turn this one on.
No.
So it didn't. We had to raise our prices because of the state of the affairs today. However, we're going to be giving X and Y and Z because we understand that it's an impact to you. And so if you raise your value, the extra price that people have to pay may not be as bad of an experience. So the client experience. So this is what I meant to do.
Yeah.
Hey, I got the back camera working today. This is a wireless transmitter. It's actually a wireless receiver. And I got a wireless transmitter on the back camera back there showing you guys what we see here in beautiful Pompano Beach, Florida, without having wires run all around the floor here.
Yeah.
Because we changed the whole room around. This morning.
Well, it's a mobile room.
It's a mobile room. There you go. So now we can see the front door, and behind us is the wall with the desk, and so
almost everything in here is on wheels.
Yeah.
So you can move it around.
Yeah.
Depending on what we're doing.
So very functional. So
multi-purpose.
So back to kind of the client experience. I mean, that's if you can elevate the experience, if you make your transaction experiential. That has a certain amount of value. I mean, you're going to have an experience one way or the other. There's three experiences: good, bad, or I forget. 2 of them are bad. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
People
true.
will forget what you say, what you tell them, even what you do for them, but they don't forget how you made them feel.
Right.
So if you make every transactional an experience that is a positive one and they get a feeling from it, that's got a lot of value.
Mm-hmm. Also
Yeah.
making them feel like you value them.
Yeah.
And that they're important.
Yeah, right, because you're
Yeah.
taking that into consideration. Let's head to the chat real quick. I got the chat up. So if you want to chat, wherever you are, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitch, X, YouTube, put something in the comment. We should be able to see it and interact
Are you
with you.
on Instagram too?
Instagram Live, I think
Yeah,
it's
that's
live,
okay.
but the problem with that is you have to go into Instagram right now and put the title and go live.
Okay.
And I don't have a producer to do that. So it would have to be me fiddle effing around here while you talk about something.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now that you said
You can
it, I
always
have to
just
do it.
repurpose it.
Yeah, we do that.
Yeah.
But that's about it. That's about making so how we came up with this today is on our walk. We walked to the
we were
beach or
walking
at the
this
beach.
morning, and because it wasn't 30 below.
No, it wasn't. It was
In
actually
South Florida.
100 degrees
It was
warmer
not.
here. It was.
Well, yeah, it is 100 degrees warmer here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're 73 and it's minus 30 something in some places in Iowa.
75.
Yeah. So that's literally a 100-degree
It
swing.
is.
Talk about customer experience.
Yeah.
We're experiencing a much different morning than the people up north.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'd rather be here.
yeah, I would today. But definitely, but we were talking about proximity and being around people. So we have a client. He's a peer. He's a client. We're a client of his. He's a client of ours. It's John Brittle.
Hey, John.
And John was talking with Christy because they're planning a safety class for the women of Pompano.
Yeah. The
And
50-year and older.
50. I didn't want to say it. You can say it.
I can say it. Yeah, I'm a member. I'm a proud member.
Card carrying member. So he said, one thing he said was he was a police officer for 20x years for West Palm Beach. And you go ahead and tell the story.
Yeah. Yeah. So one thing that stuck in my mind during our conversation, actually, when he was leaving, is that he's really had a, good experience being an entrepreneur because he can surround himself with the people that he wants to surround himself with and do business with the people that he chooses to do business with. And that's a completely different experience if you're working for somebody because you don't have control over that. And as an entrepreneur, you don't always have control over that either because let's face it, sometimes you just got to take jobs that you really don't want, especially when you're starting out.
Yeah.
Or you're in the middle of a job and you realize I probably shouldn't be working with this person or on this job, or you're just not having a good experience. It's not a good fit.
Right.
Right. So that kind of, I already know that, but he reminded me of it, that we do as entrepreneurs have a lot of control. And that's one of the benefits of being an entrepreneur.
It is.
Yes.
It is a huge benefit because there's a lot of power in no.
Yes.
And there's power.
That's in one of my bullet points is knowing when to say no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people are afraid of, they say yes to everything. I mean, in my book, Labor to Leadership, which is right there.
Yeah.
I talked about how when I was coming up, I said yes to everything.
Yeah, so did
Even
I.
if I didn't know anything, I said yes. And then I went and found somebody that did it and I learned. But when you're a business owner, there's only, back to the Noodleberg deal, there's only how many minutes and seconds in each day. And you can't say yes to everything, especially when you're learning along in real time in your business.
Yeah.
And you're trying to go to this class and join that group and do this. You can't be everywhere at once. So knowing which groups to hang out with, leading us back to that initial point of the proximity power of proximity, being around people who can teach you, who can give you things that you can contribute to as well. That's a lot of value. That you're going to convey that value onto the people in your universe or your business. So it's healthy to be around that.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. And also, I think that once you find that circle or your tribe, as they say in the business world, right? everybody tries to help each other. And
It does, yeah.
especially entrepreneurs, right? We're all looking to help each other. And at least that's always where I come from, is that I'm always trying to help people. And if I get something out of it, great, but I don't have any expectations.
No, but there is a lot of, people forget about bartering.
Yes.
I have today, it wasn't a barter. It was I can help you with this. And by the way, what do you think about this? And give it that, it's an organic give and take, or organic bartering. But, being a professional speaker, you're always looking to up your game. And I've worked with some greats. And I don't want to mention any names because I don't want to forget to mention all the names. But I am working today. I worked today with Scott Lesnick. He looked at the speech, and we spent he spent probably an hour or so, probably maybe more, going over it, and then on a call with me, going over more stuff for over an hour. And then there's other follow-up calls and suggestions. So there are people that are out there that can help you.
Yeah.
And you can ask them for help. And then you find out organically, again, it's good though. What did he ask? I've got these old videos or the stuff that's just been sitting and I don't know how to kind of leverage it. And I was like, well, let me see it. Well, yeah, that's a lot. I'm like, let me see it. I know it's a lot. I wouldn't have asked if I didn't, already know that. Let's take a look at it. Let's see what we could do. Let's see if we could repurpose it, because that's my specialty. I know I can help with that. So you've got this tremendous value to offer people when people help you. Not that that's why they help you, but it feels good to be able to do something for someone else once they've done something for you as well.
Yeah.
So there's value there.
Yeah. It's always good to help.
Yeah. And I mean, just by getting that help, I'm going to be able to now charge more for my keynote, because I know it's got all these rubber stamps from these superstar speakers that have looked at it and given me their feedback, and I've wrenched on it and taken that and worked on it. And now my price is going to go extremely high. And it's not because I'm better. It's because I'm packing more value in it for the audience, because I've learned from people who have done it before and who charge 5, 6, 10 times what I charge.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true. Yeah.
And that can go into any business. I mean, who would have thought that we're sitting here talking about professional speaking and how much we could charge for that? Thinking about that 10 years ago.
Yeah.
We never saw that on the horizon.
No.
So,
but you're the speaker, not me.
Well,
professionally.
You speak.
Anyway, I do speak, but I don't get paid.
Yeah.
For it. So
what else you got on your checklist?
So I just kind of looked up how you could add value to your services or your products, and what the process is of doing that. And the first thing is to understand who your client is.
Huge.
Do the research.
Hold on. It's a big one.
Yes. Or the client that you'd like to have, right? Your ideal client, and do the research, find out what their pain points are, what they're looking for in, the services or products that you offer, and then create your USP, which everybody talks about. And I personally struggle with this.
What is that?
In
What do those acronyms
communicating
stand
your
for?
USP, which is your unique selling proposition. It's what differentiates you from
That's about $20,000 for that word thing.
from your competition. It's like, I know what separates me from my competition, but how to communicate it
Articulate it,
sometimes, yes, is kind of difficult for me, because I end up sounding like every other real estate agent out there.
Yeah, and then that transcends what you say. It's your brand. It's your it's your mailers. It's your Facebook pages, and it has to go across. If you use
it has to be like consistent
themes,
all across all of your content, whether it's you're mailing letters or printing up brochures, flyers, social media.
And how do you know if it's good?
Because you did your research.
Okay, that's one way. Or
how do you know if your unique selling proposition is good?
Yeah, if it's landing.
If it's working.
Right?
That's
right.
If you're getting jobs from it, if you're getting more jobs from it.
Also, if people are asking.
If people are asking questions about it, people are interested in learning about it. Yes.
So today I was on a podcast, and it's the virtual dinner party with Greg Weiss. Greig, WEISS, I believe. He's got a community of coaches, 5,600 coaches.
Oh, wow.
And he's interviewing me about coaching done better.
Mhm.
And he's like, your Facebook sucks. He didn't say
Really?
that, but that's so many words. He's like, I can't tell what coaching done better is. I mean, what you're telling me is amazing. All of our coaches did be on there, but I can't tell that from your Facebook.
Okay.
And so I immediately got off the show. I redid my intro. And he said, I can't see anything about you. So you'd have to go to About Me to see my information. So I was like, I thought it was all on there, but all I had to do was go on here and hit edit and then turn these little things on. And now it tells me, it tells me a lot more.
That's like one of my customers, which reminds me, I have to email the people that do my website that the old office address is on the website.
Yeah.
Like you constantly have to look at everything and get, just update everything.
Yeah. But if you miss it, you'd be open to hearing it because,
Yeah. Yeah. Like he called me. Well, he actually mailed me something and he got it back. And that's why he was like, do I have the wrong address? I'm like, oh my God. That's the old address. But
yeah, but that's, being open to hear that.
I lost that part.
Yeah. And, it was nice. It was nice to hear that. We all think that we're doing good. But listen, there's just too many things to keep track of, too. I mean, Jesus H. If you don't have a team around you, there we go.
Well, I started creating, especially for real estate agents, right? We have profiles everywhere, Zillow, Realtor.com, all the different places. It's a lot if you change like your brokerage or your phone number, any part of your profile at all. You have to.
I have to go to so many places.
Yes, I have a list. I'm keeping a running list of. I forgot my website though. All that.
Now you got to add it to the list.
Yes, now I'm adding it to the list. But that's learning, right?
It is. But having people around you that say, "Hey, you need to know this too," is good. I mean, I just met Craig, but
Yeah, because a stranger or potential client isn't going to even know that or tell me.
Right.
So
you're just going to lose out on
something. And he happens to be another, business owner too. So that was good that he told me that. And then, so some of the other things that I wanted to talk about is what do you do to raise your prices? Well, like once you've added that value to your product or your
you just raise your prices.
No, you just don't raise your prices, right? You do your research to find out what the market standard is.
Well, you don't have to follow market standard.
You don't have to, especially if you're unique.
I mean, people are used to.
You have to be in line.
People are used to, if you haven't raised your prices in a while, what are you waiting for? First off, all right. There's an easy mathematical equation you could do.
Okay, what's that?
To figure out what you're charging, what you want to charge, what you should charge. You have to do reverse engineering to find out what your margin is and all that stuff.
Right.
But once you figure out, I'm gonna charge 8% more. Okay. Whether you do it a la carte, raise every little item, or if you're doing a service, you could just raise your prices. For Garrett, for example, landscaping, we raised every single person. We had 250 clients. We raised them all. I think it was like 12%. It was a pretty decent hike because it was over a year before, and we were paying so much for gas. And I said, Garrett, these people, you've been serving them for over a year. They know you show up, you've done a great job. They're paying you on time. They're going to understand.
Yeah. If you effectively communicate, you're raising the prices.
And we did. Yeah. We said, we are raising our prices. Here's why, here's what it has to be. And if you don't understand, we get that. And, we'll part ways. Out of 250 people, we raised 12%. How many people, if you do the math, so there's the math in this, you go, how much is that going to net me, right? And then how many can I afford to lose before now I've lost money on raising my prices? Once you know that number, so let's say in our case, it's 36 people. If we lose 36 people out of 250 people by raising it 12%, we really messed up. But if we lose 32 people, then we're pretty much, 36, we're even. And like, gosh, we raised prices for nothing, but now we'll go get more people at that higher price. But we lost like 2.
Yeah.
It was a huge win. Yeah. We immediately went from losing money to making money overnight. because we raised our prices. And the reason people didn't leave in gross, because we have added value throughout that year to these clients by being responsible, being communicative, sending out messages, sending them pictures, the things that we do. Like Garrett, I should say, I say we, like I'm out there mowing. I'm not out there mowing, but he does, and his team. The stuff, the way we look, the way we present ourselves, and the way we handle complaints and this kind of thing. We lost 2, and that's fine. And then everyone else we bring on, we said, well, if no one left, we didn't raise our prices big enough, by the way. And so now we charge 20% more than we used to, because we knew that 12% was too low, because we didn't lose hardly anyone. So now we start charging 20% more than we originally did to new clients, and we still get new clients.
Yeah.
And so you keep testing that market, because you have value in your performance, and then by being in business but for longevity, that's an indicator that you add value, as people keep you for a long time.
Yeah, but he can't go into a neighborhood and charge double what the other landscapers are charging.
He can,
without adding value to justify.
He's gotten jobs where we've been twice as much of anybody else who's quoted, because here's the power of pictures.
Yeah. So I'm saying he's adding some value there.
Yeah, but immediately
to justify it.
Yeah, up front. He's asked smarter questions. He's gotten to the root of the issue that these people wanted. So he's quoting something that they want. Other people quoted stuff that they thought they wanted. So we've taught him how to do that. Plus he does the design.
Yeah, the 3D digital design.
And he said, is that what you're going for? Oh, no. Well, that's what I heard. How about we do this. That's what you want? Yes. Here's how much this is going to be. And so now, how much more would you pay for something if you could see it before you bought it?
Yeah.
Especially trusting somebody who's not going to show up with the wrong kind of plants, wrong color scheme, wrong type. I thought it was a different tree.
So you know exactly what you're getting.
Yeah. So that, he actually charges more than a lot of his competition. I don't know if it's double. Sometimes it is. He's told me it's been double.
Okay.
And also, you don't want people. We find too, people that pay more complain less.
Yes. Yeah.
This is really
definitely
really weird. People that pay more complain less. And thank you, Mr. Dixon. Here's an old trusted confidant mentor of mine,
Joel Dixon.
Joel Dixon. He's got one of the best media services in the country, and talks about he knows a thing or two about communication. That's his job. And I like to think that I've picked some things up along the years from Joel, but so there's a way to build your value ahead, in just speaking to a client before they're even a client or a prospect. But
because they're going to look you up typically.
Well, also the other thing
goes back to the branding, being consistent everywhere.
If you look at how much it costs to get a new client, so
client acquisition cost.
Which I bet you 80% of people don't know their client acquisition cost. But if you compare that to how much it costs to keep a client, it's a very, very significant difference.
Yes. Yeah. It's cheaper to keep them.
Cheaper.
It's like in marriage.
Cheaper to keep her. Exactly. So
that's actually one of my points is establishing some sort of like loyalty program.
Yeah.
Or
we'll get it hooked in.
Yeah.
As
to why, but it also communicates
they make it sticky that way.
That you're not a one and done service.
Yeah.
That you're here for a relationship. You're here for the long haul. You want them to refer business to you. You want them to continue to get business.
Yes.
Or use you as whatever service or product you're offering.
Yeah. You want to be more than more than that transactional relationship.
Yeah. Nobody wants that. If, it's something you're going to use on a consistent basis, or a lot of people that could use it.
Yeah.
You want to confidently be able to refer somebody.
And then referring is one way of doing it, and over delivering on what people promised that you would give. But
yes. Over delivering is very, very key.
We did a show on Bob Berg's book, The Go-Giver.
Yeah.
I mean, and it becomes there's laws to it, literally. How
there's
you
like
do
a
it.
science?
There's 5 laws.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
To stratospheric.
I'll have to read that book. Yeah. Because I would rather over deliver.
You can just go back and watch the video.
Okay.
Right on my YouTube channel. I think I did
And
it
watch
a
your
week
video.
ago.
You should link the video somewhere.
Yeah, we'll link it. You know how they
Yeah.
go? It's going to be right here. I'll put it right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what else have you got? We're going to start landing the
So
plane.
I also have adding value by, the loyalty program, but also bundling or packaging services or doing like a limited or exclusive offer.
So both of those things are very different, and they
Yes.
both have extremely powerful
Yeah.
attractions to them.
Mm-hmm.
Once you understand what your client's looking for, you don't want to be commoditative. So if somebody's shopping you and comparing you to someone else merely on price, that's not a game you want to be in because it's the race to the bottom. But if you can bundle things and say, now it's a different offer. It's not apples and apples. It's apples and baseballs against their apples.
Yes.
So bundling is one way to add value. It's an excellent way. The other way was the second part?
It was creating a limited time offer or
So
an
exclusivity
exclusive
sells.
offer for certain people, for certain sector.
What they used to say about Amex, never leave home without it.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, they made it
they
a
kind of
club.
still say that, I think. Yeah.
They made it exclusive. It's hard to get, right? Some of these cards, remember, it was hard to get in American Express.
Yeah.
So people wanted to use it.
Yeah, it was like a status.
And it's
thing.
the worst one to have because you have to pay it off every month,
Yeah.
right?
No, well, yeah, you do.
Yeah.
But it also costs, I know
Right.
my card costs $250 a year, which is
Yeah.
kind of annoying.
Yeah. So what is it about it that you like? Why do you pay and you have to pay it off when other cards?
Well, we do that anyway with our credit cards.
No, I know that, but I'm saying.
Well, it gives some benefits.
I just found out that we're losing $250 a year to Amex now.
Yeah, we are kind of.
But there's certain benefits. There's something. I know you're not paying $250 for nothing.
Yeah, it has some benefits.
Yeah.
It has like some point benefits that other cards don't offer. Like when we used to travel a lot, there was some travel benefits to it.
Yeah. So exclusivity or being part of a group is a value.
Yeah.
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 All right.
Yeah. And then
Let's put a lot of work into today's shows for you guys. I hope you appreciate it.
I did.
I was on back to back.
So the other thing that I thought was important is, honing your negotiation skills.
Okay.
Because that can lead you to end up getting a higher value, higher price.
Yeah.
Right?
Chris Voss is my favorite negotiation guy. Never settle for anything. Never settle for something that you could actually do better on. Something like, I forget his exact saying. Someone knows, they can put it in the comment.
Yeah. I know what you're trying to say, but I don't know how to say it either. And
never be so sure you want something that you wouldn't accept something better.
Right. That's true.
Yeah. That's what he says.
Yeah, that's it. So negotiating skills is also understanding your client and their perspective and what they want. And I always negotiate from a win-win situation where each side is walking away from the table feeling like they got something of value that they wanted out of the deal. And that takes practice. That takes some skills, and then the other part of that is in negotiating is when to say no, when to walk away.
Yeah.
Because the
law of diminishing returns, or it's not going to be a good deal.
Right. And that also can improve your position because to the other side, sometimes they're like, well,
you're right.
They're not going to take that offer. So I'm going to say yes.
Yeah.
Because
right.
It ensures your position.
You've got a level.
Yeah.
The standard is the standard.
You have leverage if you are good at what you do and you're not going to settle for something less. Like they get that feedback from you walking away sometimes.
Yep. And in real estate, that always changes. You always have leverage from your buyers
different.
And sellers depending on the market.
Yeah. Every deal is different with real estate, but that I am a real estate negotiator expert.
Yeah. I saw the
designated expert. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And that was a great class. So anybody that's into real estate, you should definitely take that class because lots of tips and benefits of learning how to negotiate, not just in business, but just in life, right?
Well, we are at our time. Today is Martin Luther King Day, by the way.
It is. So being an
happy.
entrepreneur, we don't get the day off.
No, we don't get the day off, but we celebrate his life and what he stands for, and treating people by the character, content of the character.
Yes.
And
he was a great man.
Yeah. And so we appreciate that. And we're here for you. Hope we got a lot of viewers actually today. Our count's pretty high. It's been averaging 14, which is higher than it's been normally on this little counter. I think it's more than that. Typically it's double or triple that.
But that's just the live.
Yeah, that's the live thing right there. So
after.
So anyway, we appreciate you. Coaching Done Better is the platform. It's free for the people who want to get better or improve their mind, body, or business. We've got world-class coaches on there that will be able to help you in whatever you want to improve. We're adding more each week. The app drops, let's call it March 1st. We'll see how that goes. But right now it's just a website, but just join. It costs you $0 to become a member and get access. We're putting up videos every day and lots of good content. My book is on there, Labor to Leadership, absolutely for free, the PDF version. So you can have that to ridicule if you like. Give us an honest 5-star review on it. And thanks for watching. Appreciate you, Joel. Happy to see people's popping up here to say hi, old friends, old peers, mentors, people that we value. So we hope we've offered you some value today by being here together. Tomorrow, I think I'm going to be doing a show. It's Tech Tuesday. I think I got a lot of call for improving my at-home video experience. So what can I use? Because I did a show.
When you're on Zoom or?
Yeah, I mean, I have all this. I mean, this is prosumer, this high-end, some of it's professional grade stuff. But if I'm just at home with my desk and what kind of mics, equipment, cameras, what can I do? How can I do
the settings within your
these things? What are you using for this kind of stuff? And how much does it cost and where do I get? So maybe I'll do a little show about that because that's the environment that we're in.
Yeah, because most people don't have this.
Communicating. Yeah.
Yeah. Even I don't know how to work all this.
No,
I just have my camera at home.
She won't. So we're going to be, hold on.
I don't want to complicate my life.
Yes. So we're going out. I don't hear the theme music.
I have no idea what button.
It should be playing. Oh, you know what? I turned it down. I love the theme music. Bye, everybody. Bye, everyone. See you tomorrow.
Great week.
Everybody.
See you Wednesday.
Happy Martin Luther King Day.
Yes. Enjoy your day off if you're off.